I didn't see you at Farmer's last night. Normally I run into you.
I don't usually,
I thought you were always down there.
make my presence felt. Why do you want me to bring like a milk crate and stand up on top of it and say, I'm over here! I'm over here!
I just normally run into you.
It's possible for you to go to an event like Farmers and not run into somebody even though you're there at the same time.
Not you, because you're usually always there. Now, I haven't been in a while, so I don't know what your story is.
I did not go to Farmers Market last
I know you've seen this guy, the fat guy that sits there on the curb, and he has the sign that says, can I finance a burrito?
I like that guy because he's honest.
What does finance mean?
Borrow money.
Is he going to pay you back?
No, he's not going to pay you back. But there's that. This is the same guy that says, "I'm broke and ugly. Please give me money," or something like that. He has a sign that says
I've only seen the "Can I finance a burrito?"
There's another. Maybe it's a different guy, or maybe it's the same guy that we're talking about. But there's a guy. He usually hangs out by the Mission, Luna Red, right in front of that homeless meter. The meter that
You're supposed to put money in instead of give it to homeless people.
Yeah, he sits right in front of it.
He's playing an intimidation game.
He flies right in the face of that thing. He's like, "Yeah, go ahead, put that money in that meter."
Anyways,
it's really not going to me. So he sits there with a sign that says, "I'm ugly. Give me money. Feel bad for me," essentially. And I see it. It works, but he's not a good-looking guy. So I mean, at least he's being honest. He's not wearing no arm spanks, He's not trying to take me for a ride.
Right.
Like any girl that I would date would, with like a Wonder Bra, yoga pants, and arm spanks, and regular spanks. Which you could run into a scenario where a woman is wearing all four of those things. And you'd be like, wow, this woman is perfect. And then she takes everything off when it comes down to sexy time. And you're like, whoa, where did all this come from?
If somebody ran around with just wearing nothing but Spanx, they would kind of stick out like a sore thumb. And that's like this "Can I finance a burrito" guy. Because my family's visiting. They haven't been here in over a year. But my cousin, she points at him. She goes, "Oh, it's the finance a burrito guy." And she remembered him from the last time that they were here. And I'm like, "Yep, that's our finance a burrito guy." And it got me kind of to thinking, like, is he kind of like the town crier? Like, is he kind of our weird?
No.
I don't know if I want to call him a weirdo.
No, protest guy is.
But who's protest guy?
Protest guy is the guy that
at
protests
Costco?
Ian Parkinson. He protests Costco gas. He protests lane closures during construction projects. He seems as if, though, he's well-to-do because he wears nice clothes. I mean,
Right.
he wears like he's got a nice hat. I would never spend as much
He
money.
drives a little BMW convertible.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. At least I haven't seen it in a while, but he used to. And he used to
When
sit
he's
down
over
there.
when he's over
Or
protesting the Costco gas?
Over there, but you drive right past him. Nowadays, I just see him stand out there. He doesn't park his car there anymore. Maybe they told him he couldn't do that. Yeah, he's definitely one of our
That's the weirdest guy.
standouts.
Whatever job that guy has, or however he came into the money that he does, to where those problems are the most compelling problems in his life. Like that is the life I want.
But I never see him downtown. He's always over there.
No, sometimes he's down.
He's
when they're
downtown
building
too?
the new hotel between
Broad Street?
Broad and Garden
Yeah.
on Marsh.
He's down there too.
When they were closing that lane, a lane, and he was out there bitching about San Luis Obispo Police Department. I don't know why.
So we got a couple of weirdos that stick out, and that people kind of remember. Burrito guy, I always see burrito guy, and I thought it was so weird that she hasn't been here in over a year yet. She's like, "Oh, there he is," and she was almost excited.
So his plan works. The finance a burrito guy.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen anybody give him money.
It made him stand out, and now he's known up and down the West Coast for anybody who's visited here.
543-3693. I'm sure there's got to be other guys that stick out in other towns.
That plan is fantastic.
You're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning, guys. I'd just like to remind you to vote for Don for mayor.
Don for mayor,
Yes, Don, the can collector that runs around on the scooter. They're the modified military scooter.
There were no better options last time that he ran on the ballot, so I did vote for him.
Yeah, he's a San
always
Luis
vote for Don for mayor.
He never wins, though. It's unfortunate. He
broke 400 last time.
Yeah, I know, because of people like me. He's very active. He's very active in our community, at least around the work area here.
Where do you live, Brian? What town?
I'm in Napomo, but I did a 10-year tour at the grad once.
Oh yeah. Any standouts in Napomo?
10-year tour of the grad.
Any local weirdos down there in Napomo?
Yeah, there's a few, but they keep quiet. No social fame.
Yeah.
Suzanne said there's a guy in Atascadero they used to call Tan Man. And apparently
No, Tan Man.
And apparently he rode around just in shorts, I'm sorry. No shirt, no, sandals on a bicycle.
Tan as could be.
Tan Man.
Tan as could be.
You remember Tan Mom?
Oh, she had an addiction to
10 years ago.
Tanning, yeah.
She was, exactly. So I guess she ran around like that.
I briefly remember tanning Mom.
Hi, go ahead. Thanks for hanging on.
Hey, I remember back in the day, dude, like in the late 80s, San Luis used to have 3 sisters that lived in a station wagon called the Icky Sisters. Dude, it was filled to the brim, bro. They had cats living in there. And they would you'd see them at night going through Gumball Alley, going through the trash cans. And, yeah, they were called the Icky Sisters, bro. And then I went to junior high in Atascadero, and I do remember the Tan Man, bro.
You do? Okay, yeah. Suzanne grew up there.
He is.
No, Tan Man.
All right. Thanks for the call.
The Icky Sisters, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Hi, good morning. Go ahead.
Hi, I live in Creston, and we have a lot of interesting people that live in Creston. But my favorite is one we call the Minor 49er. If you watch Scooby-Doo, he was one of the ghosts on Scooby-Doo.
Yes, I remember.
He has a long white beard, and he likes to flip everyone off. No matter whenever you go by him driving, he flips you off.
And this is in Creston?
So, yes.
Oh gosh, I
want to go to Creston. Yeah, thank you.
Just to see the guy. What part of town?
Well, there's only one part of town.
North
it's
or
by the
south?
chute.
Yeah, there's not a lot of parts of Creston, but he's. I don't know if that's his wave. He gives everybody the one finger wave.
Okay.
So.
That's fantastic.
Right.
See, that is fantastic. All right, see you later. 543-3693.
Because you
the
say
numbers
it
come
is.
through.
That's why.
Hold on one second.
I like how you say it with conviction after you realize you've said fantastic for the 1,000th time this morning. You're like, see, that is fantastic.
Now I'm saying it on purpose.
You're taking a page from Donald Trump's book. It's incredible. It's truly going to be incredible.
Thanks for holding on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking about when you were talking about the guy that protests everything in San Luis Obispo. The funny thing I've noticed is you never protest protesting. So I'm thinking maybe I'd get a sign and put it on a stick and try to find this guy next time and stand next to him. What do you guys think about that?
Wow, I understand.
I heard everything up until the very last thing you said.
You think that we should protest the protest guy?
Yes.
And how should we do this?
You should stand next to him with a sign that says, I protest this guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And have a
Great
big,
idea.
I protest protesting.
and have
it.
a big arrow pointing at this guy just to see how he would react, because he could be doing something about it. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Exactly.
Type thing. I mean, just standing there on the road, I don't know what you're doing, because those lines at the Costco gas station, I've never seen them longer. I mean, it's obviously not working. You've been doing this for 7 years now, and it's not working.
Have you noticed he's moved out? Thanks for the call. He's moved out to Los Osos Valley Road now.
Yeah,
he's at the big intersection.
I don't know if that's policy from Costco or if that is his deal to try to get out in front of more people.
Yeah, it could be like a trespass thing when he's back there by the pumps.
The problem with that plan, and would it work? And here's why I don't think it would work. Okay,
it would be funny. It doesn't have to work.
But it would be funny.
I would love to see that.
You would never have the stamina that this guy has. He has dedicated the last 7 years of his life to protesting either Costco gas or a lane closure in downtown San Luis.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
I think it's just funny. I'm not really trying to change the guy and never protest again. You can't do that because, like you said, he's made it his life mission.
He's got unsurmountable amounts of time on his hands. Whereas you and I, we have jobs to go to. We have responsibilities, life responsibilities. This guy, whatever he's done to be able to afford life on the Central Coast and make this his mission, you can't compete with that. You just can't. He's got the passion. Now, you stopped by this morning. You heard us talking about this guy that wears the... God, how much do you think that hat costs that protester in SLO wears? The one that protests the Costco and the closing of the lanes.
I've never noticed a hat.
I haven't either.
Oh,
hat is he wearing?
He wears one of these one of these like UV protection type.
Oh, wow.
hats, like with the brim, with a nice brim.
Oh, yeah, they're like $100 hat. Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
Nice.
It's like a safari hat or like Outback hat or something, but it's not Outback.
Pith helmet, if you will.
Wait, hold on a second.
My buddies wear these when we go fishing.
Pith helmet?
The ones that float are over $100.
You price these out, or you ask them?
Well,
your buddies?
okay, so
It's a when you're fishing, you're looking at for UV
you're on
protection.
a 4-day raft trip where
Yeah.
each day the sun's beating on your head for 10 hours
When
a
you're
day.
$25 a day. That's
when
a
you're doing
wise investment.
when you're doing, but they don't go
Yeah.
for one trip in a lifetime.
Well, yeah, unless
maybe
you
you do.
lose it.
Yeah.
Because you get washed off a raft
buy
or you
another
flip
one
a
the next
raft.
When
or
you do
something.
outdoor activities, I think the thing is now to look as nerdy as possible. Like all the gear. Everyone I know is super into it. I have all their stuff, and I'm like, wow, you got poles and hats
to some
and
extent,
shirts and everything. Just
this guy does outdoor activities because he's out there for 8 hours protesting stuff.
how does he? What did
Or
he do to
10
get
hours.
money to support his
That's
protesting
what
habit?
I've always wondered about the guy.
See,
He's
that's
like,
why we should go protest him and ask him these questions.
He sells like he sells black market gas somewhere.
You've talked to somebody who actually has observed this guy as
Yes.
a social experiment.
Yes.
And you think this person thinks that they have his trail of protest.
Yes, they
pinned.
think they've got it nailed down
Okay.
because he was protesting the lane closure on Marsh.
That was the first thing that he got
And while
upset
he was
about.
doing that, he was parking in the CVS parking lot illegally.
Okay.
So CVS comes and says, you can't park in our parking lot to do this protest. So he starts protesting CVS. How it's like the worst leg store. So they finally, so he stops parking there and protests CVS, parks in the street. Well, he doesn't pay his meter, so the SLO PD starts giving him parking tickets. And so,
that's where the San Luis Obispo.
so he gets enough
Police
parking
Department
tickets,
came-
and he
okay.
starts protesting the San Luis Police Department. And we're like, you can't just protest everything because you're an idiot.
No, because
So
you
his
didn't like it or something didn't
Right.
happen to you.
His protests are all personal vendettas.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with the betterment of society.
No.
It's just how people have wronged him.
There he is. His sign's so lame, too.
What is
the
this?
last one says Costco sucks.
Yeah, look at
And
that hat. That's
This
a
one
nice
says
hat.
Costco gas is a ripoff?
Yeah, but he
Compared
does
to
have a
what?
nice
It's the
hat.
cheapest gas in town.
Yeah, well, but I don't know what the ripoff is.
Okay,
What's his point?
Now, what I understand,
We
and
gotta get
I
down there.
believe I read this news article years ago when he started protesting Costco gas, is he claims that Costco gas is deceiving in their published price, because no other gas station charges you a membership fee annually to buy gas at their place.
That's his deal?
When you factor in the membership fee into your gas price, you end up paying more for gas.
I want to go take a
than you
bag
would
of sun
anywhere
chips
else.
to this guy.
Does
and
he
go,
also know you get 3% back on gas,
Well,
if you
and
remember?
you get to save money
Or
when you
two,
go into
depending
the
on your level.
store on other things
Has
like
he-
yeah.
dude,
huge
when you
bags of
buy
ice.
a bag of potato chips and half the bag's air, that's more of a protesting offense, in my opinion.
Is there something wrong with this guy, like mentally?
Of
like,
course there is.
It's not at all connected.
Of course there is.
Everybody's out to get him.
Talk about privilege. Like when you've got the time to protest that.
Everybody's out to get him, yet he still has hours of the week.
Let's look at the world in general and talk about the people that are dying, genocide, gassing people in Syria. But that Costco gas, man, is something to get behind.
Well,
I'm going to change. I'm a world changer.
I mean, he probably doesn't have enough money to go protest in Syria, so it's safer to protest.
Well,
Costco
if he
gas.
No, what this
if he
is-
would have saved up over 10 years, he'd probably have a couple, at least a couple grand to get wherever he wanted to in the world.
What this is hashtag slow problems. Is
Right?
Yeah, right.
You got to find stuff to bitch about when you live here.
It's like the beer. My beer.
guys are going to give me a parking ticket? You're next, Slow PD.
My beer was 18-ounce pour last night. It wasn't a 20-ounce pour, so I'm going down. I'm sick and tired of this.
Right.
I didn't
Go
get
protest him.
I'm
What
making
if we
a sign.
all treated every wrong that we were wronged in life like this guy did? Wouldn't that be a fun
Yeah, like
society
the
to
restaurant you
live
were
in?
talking about earlier, where
Yeah.
you saw him pick up a
I
dirty
made
plate.
dinner. My wife made me wash the dishes also. I'm not coming home tomorrow night. I'm in the driveway with a sign. Will not take this abuse.
I just want to know how this guy has all this time to do it. Like, is he independently wealthy? Is he a trust fund guy?
See, I got a lot
Did
of
he win
time.
the lotto?
I could make it my daytime campaign to go out and just. I love Costco gas. I'll
Monday
just
through
stand
Wednesday?
3 feet down. I love Costco gas.
I love Costco,
I think it's a great
and
deal.
I hate this guy.
So disappointed. This guy is not like fighting a real fight.
Right.
He's fighting a arm Spanx fight.
I missed the arm Spanx fight.
Apparently, women are putting Spanx on their arms now because they don't
They're
want
fake.
flabby
Can't
arms.
they just do some exercises?
No.
Well, no,
That's
of course
too
they
hard.
could, but yeah, why do they wear
In
the
fact,
Spanx shirts?
one of the tweets that inspired the folks that at Spanx to make arm Spanx was, how come Spanx doesn't make Spanx for arms? Because working out is hard. That was one of the inspirational tweets.
Gosh.
But what's the difference if you put on a hat because you don't want to comb your hair?
That's very different.
You always wear hats.
I wear hats.
Do you have hair under there?
I do have lots of hair.
I thought,
You have too much hair. That's the problem.
I don't know what to do with
thing
it.
is,
He thought I was bald.
I knew him for 6 months.
I thought you were bald for a second too. I thought maybe you had a big bald spot, but no, you have like ridiculous
the fullest
thick hair.
head of hair that you'd ever see.
Well, God, it's expensive to probably comb that hair. You got to put product.
I got a handful of grays. I'm doing well on the hair thing. Yeah.
Half a bottle of gel to hold that.
Because in high school, I just didn't want to do. I got lazy. I got used to wearing hats. I was like, oh, this is easy. You walk out of the house. I got a hat on, ready to go.
So protesting guy.
Let's talk more about my hair.
Anyway,
It's more about personal vendettas with him. So we're learning, at least we think.
We think it's a theory.
Because when the lane closure was there, he probably was inconvenienced by that somehow. Then he was inconvenienced by CVS saying, don't park your car in our parking lot. Then he was inconvenienced by the city giving him tickets for parking on the street and not paying the meter. How is the Costco gas, if we're going to just guess, speculate?
Maybe he doesn't have a Costco membership and he saw it was the cheapest gas and he wants the gas, but he doesn't want to have to pay for the Costco membership.
That's what I'm thinking.
that's just ridiculous, though.
He's pretty ridiculous.
Did you guys know the secret about? I think you know the secret about Costco. Don't you know the secret about Costco?
You can go get gas. You can get a voucher or something.
Which secret?
No.
Oh, you mean how you
The state of California?
the cash card?
No.
Oh, there's a cash card trick too. But what's your secret?
The secret is in the state of California. Costco's probably going to be really upset that I'm even talking about this because they don't want this happening a lot. But I guess you can't pay to be a part of a club to buy alcohol.
Oh, I've heard about this.
So you don't have to have a Costco membership to go into Costco and buy alcohol.
And get that $13 handle of vodka?
You can get the $13 handle of vodka by just saying to the person that checks your card, I'm just here to buy alcohol. Now, I've never seen anybody do this, and maybe it's an old wives' tale, but I've heard that you can go into Costco, buy alcohol at the and just say, I'm just here to buy the alcohol. And as long as you're not buying anything else, you're just buying alcohol. They have to give you the rate that they're selling.
This is a rumor
alcohol.
that you've heard.
I've looked it up online.
Oh,
and,
you have?
and it has. I've now, given the fact that I don't know what the sources are.
Yeah, right.
But online, everything supports that theory.
All right. Well, don't bring that up again.
Why?
Because we both have memberships, and I don't want the membership rates to go up.
Yeah, but I might
people are getting their
I might
alcohol
get rid
at
of
a
my
discount.
membership, knowing that, because literally
You only buy booze?
That's the one
They
thing
don't sell cocktails there.
They don't. That's right. I've moved on to grocery outlet.
God, we give Costco a lot of time. Do they advertise? I went to the new one yesterday in Santa Maria. Pretty badass.
Oh, it's open already?
Pretty badass, yeah. And I tried a churro for the first time. I know you're a big
In your
churro
life?
guy. Yeah, never had
First
one before.
churro in your life?
Yeah, it was really good.
How long have you lived in California?
I don't know, 11 years?
Wow, you've never had a churro.
No.
They're delicious.
I don't know if it was the best one ever, but it was the best one because it's the only one I had. But they had full-on trailer Santa Maria-style barbecues, like the ones you see at events, like for caterers, like for $5,000. Like it had big tires and like, it was like a full-on
What were you doing in
trailer.
Santa Maria? Just for the Costco?
I just went down for the Costco.
Oh.
Just for the grand opening.
That's some free time.
Well, I have free time in the afternoons, and I'm a Costco fan. Don't look at me like that. Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning, guys. Hey, protest guy has to own a gas station where he can just stand up and...
That's very true.
You're right.
My guess was the cheapest, you bastard.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. 93.3 KCOZ Rock.